Hello everyone, welcome back to Atreyu Crochet. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to crochet a solid granny square with a nice little border to go around. If you are interested in learning how to make these, stay tuned. Things you will need include 3 different colors of yarn, and I'm using a medium 4, a size I USA crochet hook, and a pair of scissors. Let's begin. So we're going to start out with a slip knot, wrap it around, exchange, pull that over, and we're going to pull this one over that one and off the finger while lifting that finger up, like that. Next we will insert our crochet hook, size I USA again, and we are going to start out by chaining 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to slip stitch into that very first chain right there. So let's do so. And I like to grab 2 strands of that chain. You can grab 1 if you prefer. Yarn over and then pull all the way through. Now we've created a little ring. So we will chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to crochet into this ring 3 double crochet. So yarn over, enter the ring, yarn over, pull through to the front. When we do that, you see we have 3 loops. Yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, re-enter the ring, that hole, that center. Yarn over, pull through to the front. Yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, into the ring. Yarn over, pull through to the front. 3 loops. Yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, go through 2. So we have this chain 4, and then we have 3 double crochet. Now we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and in the ring we're going to crochet another set of 3 double crochet. So yarn over, into the ring, yarn over, pull through to the front, 3 loops, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. So we have this right here, the chain 4. We have this set of 3 double crochet, this chain 2 which created the corner, another set of 3 double crochet, so we're going to chain 2 again, 1, 2, and then we're going to create another set of 3 double crochet. So 1, 2, and 3. So we have this corner with that chain 2, we have this corner with that chain 2, we have this corner, which you might not have known that that's a corner. So we need to make our 4th corner right there, and we do so by, of course, chaining 2, 1, 2. Now as we turn that around, we see, okay, set of 3, corner, set of 3, corner, set of 3. This chain 2 will become the corner, and this chain 4 right here, basically this is going to count as one of the double crochets. So remember, in each grouping we have 3. So if this is counting as 1, we need to create 2 more double crochet. So after this chain 2, we're going to go back into the ring and crochet 2 double crochets. So yarn over, enter the ring, yarn over, pull through to the front, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, re-enter the ring, yarn over, pull through to the front, 3 loops, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Okay? Now we are going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain up. So if you pull your work back a little bit, you'll see that very first chain is there, 1, and then the 2nd chain is there, 2. We're going to slip stitch into that 2nd chain up of that chain 4, and then just pull all the way through. And now as you put your fingers in the corners, you can see pretty much that you have 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 groupings of 3. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and then this one is the 4th one. It's made up with 2 actual double crochets and then that chain 2. Okay? Now it's time to change color. So what we're going to do is grab our next color. We're going to make it green. So we'll loop on the green, pull through like that, pull down on the white so that that loop disappears like that, and then we're going to immediately chain 4 again. At the beginning of every round we're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can at this point cut the white because we're not going to use it until a little bit later. So let's do that and get it out of the way. And then with the tail of the green and the tail of the white, we'll tie a couple of knots. So 1 and 2. Alrighty, let's get our bearings. So we're starting out with that chain 4. Right now we're working in this corner. So we're going to crochet 2 double crochets in here in this corner, in this chain 2 space. So yarn over, enter, and just make 2 double crochets. 1, and then go back in there and make your second double crochet. When we get back around, that's when we'll create the other double crochet to really make that corner. So now we are going to put a double crochet into this double crochet. It's the first one of that grouping of 3. So yarn over, just make a double crochet like normal. Alright, and now we're going to do a front post double crochet into that second double crochet there. So this was the first one. We did a regular double crochet. In this second double crochet there, we're going to put a front post. So yarn over, enter from the front, go around behind the back and back out to the front. Bring your yarn forward so you can yarn over, pull through 3 loops, pull up a little bit, now yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. That was easy enough. This last double crochet there, we're going to put a regular double crochet into it. Alright, so now we are at the corner, and the formula for the corner, you guys, is 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. That's what you're going to put into every corner once you get to it. So let's start with the 2 double crochet into the chain 2 space. So that's 1, and then that's 2. So that's part of the corner. Now we need to chain 2, 1, 2, and now we need to finish the corner by creating 2 more double crochet. So 1, 2. And now we've successfully made it around the corner. The chain 2 helps it to curve around. Now we're back at another group of 3 double crochet. So remember, the first one gets a regular double crochet just going into the top of the stitch. And the second double crochet, that's where we do our front post. So yarn over from the front to the back, come back out to the front, bring your yarn forward so you can yarn over, and now pull through 3 loops, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. For this third double crochet, it's just a regular double crochet. Alright, so now we're at another corner, so you already know the formula. 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more double crochet. So 1, 2, chain 2, 1, 2, and then 2 more double crochet. 1, 2, and now we are around that corner. Alright, we're at another grouping of 3, so regular double crochet in the first one, 1, front post double crochet in the second one, that's 2, and regular double crochet in that third one, that's 3. Okay, we're at another corner. So 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So 1, 2, chain 2, 1, 2, and then 2 more double crochet in that same chain 2 space. 1, and then 2. Okay. So we have successfully completed 3 corners, 1, 2, 3, and we need to get over here so that we can complete this 4th one. Alright, but first we're at another grouping of 3, so remember the first double crochet gets a regular double crochet. The second double crochet gets a front post double crochet, so yarn over, around through the back, bring your yarn forward, yarn over, pull through to the front, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. And that third double crochet, which remember is really that chain 2 that was left there, that is going to get a regular double crochet. But instead of trying to crochet into the chain, it's okay to just crochet in that space there. Okay, so yarn over, kind of bypass the chain and go into that space, yarn over, pull through to the front, 3 loops, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. And remember the formula for the corner is 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So we have this double crochet, which is 1, that chain 2 right there, which will be 2, and then we have the remaining 2 chains. So all we need to do after we've completed this first double crochet is just slip stitch into the 3rd chain up. 1, 2, and then 3. Like that. Okay? So this is what we have so far. We have 4 corners. In each corner you have 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, including here. The only difference is that here, after you crochet into those 3 there, you only put 1 double crochet because that chain 4, 2 of those chains will serve as the 2nd double crochet for that corner. Alright, let's move on to the next round. The next color that we're going to use is blue. So we'll yarn over, hook it on basically, pull it through, and then pull on the green yarn so that that loop disappears, like that, and get your blue back down to the loop size that you want. Okay. Alright, and we can pull on the tail of that blue as well to get it down. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to tie a couple of knots between the green and the blue tail. So 1 and 2. We can cut our green yarn because we're done with it. And now, just as we started the 2 previous rounds, we're going to start out with a chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In this space, okay? So remember, in that corner you had the chain 4, and 2 of those chains served as the 2nd double crochet right there, right? And then you have these 2 chains right there. So in this space right there, that's where we're going to put 2 double crochet. So 1 and 2. Okay, so every time you start out a round, basically you've crocheted 1 double crochet, because those 2 chains will serve as 1 double crochet, and then you've chained 2, and then you create the remaining 2 double crochet for that corner. So when you get back around, the only thing you need to do is crochet 1 more double crochet to have the 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Hopefully that makes sense. Alright, so now at this point, now that we are essentially out of the corner on this side, we're going to begin crocheting into these stitches. With this first double crochet there, we are going to put a front post double crochet. So yarn over and create a front post. Okay, and then in the next one, we are going to create a regular double crochet. And now we're just going to alternate. So that next one will get a front post, and in the next one it's going to get a regular. And by the way, that was the one where we did a front post in the previous round. So that previous front post there is getting a regular double crochet. Since we just did a regular double crochet, the next one will get a front post because remember we're alternating. And then the next one will get a regular. And then this final one will get a front post double crochet. So basically, you start there and end there with front post double crochet. Alright, so now we're at the corner. And in the corner, we're going to put 2 regular double crochets. Remember the formula is 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 more double crochet. So that's 1, that's 2. Okay. Now chain 2, 1, 2 to get us around the corner. And then go back into that same space and create 2 more double crochet. That's the formula for every corner. Alright, now that we're at this solid grouping of stitches, remember you start with the front post, so yarn over, front post, and then you alternate. So the next one will get this next stitch right here. And by the way, when you do a front post, it's going to look like it kind of covers the next stitch, so make sure you move it out of the way and see, okay, that front post is on that stitch. So even though right now it looks like this might be the next stitch, when I move that over, I see, oh no, that's the next stitch. Okay, so it'll get a regular double crochet. Just make sure you don't miss any stitches. Next one gets a front post. The next one gets a regular. And remember, on the front post of the previous round, it always gets a regular. The next one, we're going to give it a front post. Next one is regular. Next one, and the last one actually, is front post. So remember, you start and end that group, that section, with front post, front post, front post. Now we're in the corner, so 2 double crochet, 1, 2, chain 2, 1, 2 to get us around the corner. And then to complete the corner, we do 2 more double crochet. 1 and 2. Okay? You're going to continue doing this section just like you did the previous 2 sections. And I am going to meet you once we get to this final side over here. Okay? So remember, for this section, start with the front post and alternate. Then when you get into this corner, apply the formula, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 more double crochet, and then I'll meet you once we get there. Alright, so we are at this final section, and we're going to work on it just like we did the previous 3 sections. Okay. So remember, after you complete the corner, this first stitch always gets the front post. So front post, the next stitch, which is right next to it, is a regular double crochet, and we're alternating, so the next one will get a front post. The next one gets a regular double crochet, and that's the one where in the previous round it was a front post. You can see how it's hanging onto that stitch there. So that front post right there gets a regular. The next one will get a front post, and remember, you end on the front post. So that actually is the end of that section. And now that brings us back to this chain 4 in total. So if you look at this right now, this is part of the corner, right? Those 2 double crochet there. And then this chain 4, if we hold it like that, you'll see that, okay, there's the chain 2, that's the 2 double crochet. And then that chain 2 is really 1 double crochet, so all we're missing is another double crochet over there, so that we have 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So the way we solve that problem is we just add 1 more double crochet, and remember to put it in that space right there. So yarn over, go into the space there, yarn over, pull through to the front, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. And slip stitch into the 1, 2, 3, so the 3rd chain up. You can do the 2nd or 3rd. I like the 3rd chain up better. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Isn't that a beauty? I really like it. Alright, so moving on to the next round, we're going to bring in that white. So just hook it on your crochet hook, pull it through, pull on the blue so that that loop disappears. You can, while holding the tail in the back, pull on the white as well to make your loop smaller, and then just pull back on the blue to make that loop disappear. Alright, now we're going to tie a knot between the white tail and the blue yarn that we're about to cut momentarily. So 1 and 2. Sorry about the crochet hook banging on the desk. Alright, so cut your yarn, get the blue out of the way, and you guys already know how we are supposed to start this round out. We chain 4, 1, 2. Remember, those first 2 chains are going to count as the second double crochet, and when we get back around we'll crochet the first double crochet. So that's the second double crochet of the 2 double crochet that will be in the corner. Then we're going to chain 2, so this is the chain 2, 1, 2, and now we're going to finish the corner off by crocheting 2 double crochet, 1, 2. Okay, and now we are out of the corner, and we will complete this corner with that 1 double crochet when we get back around. Alright, so we're out of the corner. For these first 2 stitches, which happen to be in the corner, we're going to just put regular double crochets. So 1 and then 2. Okay, so we did our corner, which is here, and then in these first 2 we're going to put regular double crochets. Now we're going to start matching the stitches. So you'll notice that this is a front post double crochet there. So that's where we're going to put a front post. So we'll start at the front post and then just match the stitch below. The next stitch was a regular double crochet, so we're going to put a regular double crochet. The next stitch was a front post, so we'll put in there a front post double crochet. Next stitch is regular, so we add a regular double crochet in there. The next stitch is a front post, so we'll crochet a front post double crochet in there. Try not to split our yarn. If you do, just take it out and rework it because you want it to look neat when you're done. The next stitch is a regular double crochet, so we'll put regular double crochet in there, and then there's a front post, and that's going to be our final front post for this section. Remember, you start it with the front post and end it with the front post in the previous round, so we want to end with that front post. And then these 2 right here that are in this corner, those first 2, we'll just give them regular double crochets. So 1, and then moving on to the next one, it'll also get a regular double crochet, 2. Alright, so now that we have created that section, now it's time to create a whole new corner. Okay, so the formula is 2 double crochet, 1 and then 2. This white yarn really splits on me. And then chain 2, 1, 2, and then back in there put 2 more double crochet, 1 and 2, and now we have successfully gotten through that corner. Let's work on one more side. So remember, after you complete the corner, these first 2 double crochets are regular. You don't front post until you get to your first front post from the previous round. So the first 2 double crochet there get regular double crochet. Now we're at the front post, so that's where we start putting our front post. Okay, and then we just alternate. So regular, we alternate until we get back to that final front post. Front post, regular, front post, regular. We have one more set to go, and then this is the last front post. Remember, it ended on the front post, so That's going to be our final front post for this round in this section. Let me clarify. Okay. And now these two on the end, remember, they get regular double crochet. And these two on the end, you guys, they are actually the first two of the previous corner, right? Alright, so now it's time to create the corner for this current round that we're working on. So the formula, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 more double crochet. So let's do it. In this corner, 1, 2, chain 2, 1, 2, 2 more double crochet, 1, 2. Okay, and that is what it's looking like. So I'm going to let you do this side, and then once you complete this corner, I will meet you there on that stitch. See you there. So we've now completed the corner, and we need to finish this last side. Remember, these first 2 double crochets are actually the 2 final double crochets of the previous corner, and in those 2 double crochets we just put regular double crochet, 1 in each. So there's 1, and then there is 2. And we already know that that's going to take us to the first front post that we did in that section in the previous round. And because it's a front post, we're going to crochet a front post double crochet onto it. Now we're going to alternate between front post double crochet and regular double crochet until we get to that final front post double crochet. So now we're on the regular, and now we're on our final front post. Okay. Now in this corner, we're not quite there yet. Remember, we have these 2 stitches there, so we'll put 1 double crochet in each. So that double crochet is getting that one, and that chain 2, well, it's also going to get 1 as well. So just enter the chain and create a double crochet, a regular one. But we still need to complete this corner by adding 1 more double crochet. So yarn over, remember to go into the space there and create a double crochet like that. And then we're going to slip stitch into the 1, 2, 3, third chain up. Alright, so this is what you have, you guys. It's very nice, and we could shape it, but we're not quite done with it. So I like to add the final touch where we add a nice little border. And I think for this one I'm going to make a green border. So I'm going to grab my green yarn and loop that in. Alright, and then flip it over, pull on the white so that that loop disappears, and then tie a knot between the green tail and the white yarn that I'll be cutting momentarily. Alright, now I can cut the white yarn. And to create that border, all we need to do is slip stitch on around. So first I'm going to chain 1. Alright, so you've chained 1, and then there's 1 more chain there in between these because we slip stitched into the 3rd chain up. So just enter that chain, that remaining chain, and yarn over and pull all the way through. And that's how you slip stitch. Okay? Now we're at these double crochet, so just go into the top of each stitch and slip stitch. Enter the stitch, yarn over, and pull all the way through. Enter the stitch, yarn over, and pull all the way through. Enter the stitch, yarn over, and pull all the way through. Enter the stitch, yarn over, and pull all the way through. Enter the top of the stitch, yarn over, and pull all the way through. Enter the stitch, yarn over, pull all the way through. Try to make sure that you are maintaining the same tension so that you can have a very neat, consistent border. Okay? And just keep working your way don't know where my crochet hook is going just now. Keep working your way around. I want to show you one more thing before I get off the camera. Okay, so now we're at this corner, and here there are 2 chains. I want you to just enter the chains and create your slip stitch. So here's the first chain. I'm going to enter it, and I told you before I like to get 2 strands, and then slip stitch, yarn over, pull all the way through. That's one. And then the second chain is right there, so enter that chain, yarn over, and pull all the way through. And then we're back at the double crochet, so just enter the top of the stitch like you have been doing, yarn over, and pull all the way through. And you see, by going through the 2 chains, you get a nice rounded border. Okay, so continue working this border around, and I will meet you back here. So we are back at the corner now. So we have in the previous round the double crochet and then the chain 2. So we're back there. We'll put a slip stitch in the first double crochet there, and then we're going to go into that chain 2 this time. Just go into that top chain of the chain 2, which used to be the chain 4 basically, and create a slip stitch. Okay, and now we're going to chain 1 and cut our yarn, and we can fasten off. Alright, so to clean this up, I'm not gonna bother weaving in tails. There are so many tails for this project because we change yarn so frequently with it, but instead I'm just gonna tie a couple of more knots. So I'm gonna take this last tail, pull it over, and then tie a couple of knots. 1 and 2. And then you can tie knots amongst these if you want. I'm pretty confident that it is secure. So now, once you're confident that it's secure, just cut your tails down. This will clearly not be a reversible granny square with the eyesore that is the back. But just cut it down. Then when you shape it, you'll have that very nice pattern. And then you have the others, and you have a whole collection of granny squares, and they're very nice and appealing. So yeah guys, this is the granny square with cool borders. This is how to crochet a solid granny square with cool borders. Hopefully you like this video, and if you guys want to use this particular granny square to make your messenger bag with, thinking about Almandin, if that's how you pronounce your name, then check out the messenger bag video. It'll be linked at the end of this video and also in the description. Okay, so you can use these squares, which are a little bit more neutral looking than the starburst squares, to crochet that messenger bag. Alright guys, that is going to be it for this video. You know I'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, happy crocheting!